Hi, it's just me today. We've got some more videos coming up of Raya teaching us how to cook. But I just wanted to do a very quick one that is really about dogs. I've got three. My youngest, my Paris. She's called Rebel. She's my oldest, who's called Paris. And if Leela comes in, I'll show you Leela. With Paris, she has problems with her ears. A lot of French bulldogs do. So I was devising ways to give her treats that wouldn't affect her ears, which is no grains, blah, blah, blah. Come here, lady. And this is Lily. She's the mum of Rebel. So it's devising cheap snacks for them. Go now. Sorry. Cheap snacks for them as well, but ones that are healthy. So I just want to show you quickly what I did. Now, get it up. And it's making yogurt, frozen yogurt snacks. Now, normally, but I haven't got them today, I forgot to get some fruit. Just a case of getting ice cube, and filling ice cube holders up with a few spoonfuls of yogurt. Now I was getting fruit, just ordinary fruit, say banana, blackberries I think I was using. But any fruits that are okay for dogs, and putting a piece of fruit in and then putting the yogurt on top just for a nice snack, which is particularly good. Not only is it good for the stomach, but it's good for in summer when they're a bit hot, particularly with French bulldogs, and keep them nice and cool. Not too many snacks, too many of them, and I do get the full fat for them. Yogurt. This one's really cheap. Lancashire Farms, but there's plenty of others. And it's natural yogurt, not the natural yogurt. So it takes about 2 spoonfuls in each one. Probably less if you put a little bit of fruit in, just to jazz it up for them. And just fill as many ice cube things. I mean, that pot has cost me £1.85 for a massive one that'll do lots. And sometimes I'll even give them a spoonful on the food of yogurt every so often. I try and make it varied because they have a grain-free one because of Paris. Always getting them different foods. But I decided no, they'll all go on the grain-free. But I try and particularly the other ones, try and like I might put oat milk on because sometimes they haven't got an allergy. It's good to give them a little bit of grain or oats or something like that. Like I say, just keep filling them up, and then stick them in the freezer, and then they're there when you want a snack. Saves going out and paying £5 odd for snacks that'll last them a few days, because you woof any snacks that you give them down in seconds. Then small snacks are not particularly good. But I just want to show you. This is ones I've done earlier. Just usually. So just turn out like that. This has got ice in. I think I must put it over some ice, but that's okay. Keep an eye on them until they get used to them. They do melt quickly, so it's not like I have to give them ice before today to cool them down, like that. And then some of them have a little bit of fruit. Like I say, I forgot to get some fruit today. So, yeah. So we even give our dogs healthy treats. Like I say, natural yogurt, 2 spoonfuls in these ice makers. When they're full, put them in the fridge. Snack for your dogs. Saves you. That costs £1.80 and this'll 85, I think it was, and it'll last for a long time. So I just thought I'd let you in on that little thing that we do for our dogs. I say, just going on to what the channel's about, it's about Araya teaching us how to cook. It's about us sharing as a family the recipes, because I'm a big believer in teaching your children how to cook, because things are hard a lot of times financially. Your children may go on to make lots of money, who knows? But if they don't, then takeaways, eating out is not an option. So if you show them how to cook good, nutritional, filling meals, and I've heard people say, I haven't got time, or it's really hard. It's like anything, it's about making that time, even if it's just once a week, to show them how you're cooking. Because I very rarely get takeaways, very rarely, because between me and you, I'm disappointed. I always think, I could make that and it'd be cheaper. So again, this channel's about sharing that love of cooking. Now, my children, my grandchildren, my 2 grandchildren, although Corey, I've not had anything cooked by him yet, but he's going to be showing Araya his favourite recipes and how to cook it. We're all going to do that, but my son and daughter are brilliant cooks. I started from the age of 5 because my grandma bought me a cookbook. It was all full of cakes and things. Now, I don't do a lot of cakes. I tend to be a savoury person. I go for savoury. And I'm a bit of a grazer. I'm not particularly into big meals. I graze a lot. And a lot of children are like that. I think looking at Araya, she might be like that. She loves fruit. She loves lollipops as well, which you'll get to know. And you'll get to know Araya really well. She's a character. A 2-year-old with a head of a 20-year-old. And she loves cooking. And we're finding she'll eat more if she's making it herself. That's the other thing. They might always not like what they cook, because it's about our favourite recipes as well. But it gives that interest that food isn't something that somebody delivers to the door or somebody just puts on you in front of you. It's like teaching them how to use the washing machine or teaching them how to iron, although I don't iron. But it's teaching them life skills. And, even from the age of 2, as you'll see with Araya, they love it. And they will grow up with I feel, with a healthy respect for food. And having that ability to cook something that is, I think, precious. When you cook something, you're cooking it to your taste and you're cooking it to how you want it. And that's why I'm always disappointed to do takeaway meals. It's not how I want it. And one of the things I always say when I look at a recipe and I think, that's quite complicated, I look at it and think, hang on a minute, that recipe comes from donkeys years ago. Look at women and men in the past that have sat round and all they've had is a little fire. They've not had the gadgets we have, making pasta and, all that. They had a little fire and probably one pot, or, they didn't have the things we have today. And I think, if they could cook it with next to nothing, it's very rare there's a recipe that you can't do, unless you can't afford to do some recipes. believe me, are too expensive. But simple food recipes that are healthy and nutritious, we're all capable. We're all capable. So it's about that. It's that journey of expressing yourself through food and having a respect for food that is. I'm a great believer in. I've studied nutrition for 6 years at college and university. So I'm a nutritionist, and I've all, but that's not just come from I decided to do that. I've always had that healthy respect for food and been taught to cook by my grandparents and my mum. Even she had to go out to work a lot, so you had to devise meals as well within yourself. But we were taught them skills that I think today, because of fast food, have forgotten a little bit. So it's getting back to that. It's getting back to the enthusiasm. So even if it's once a week, cooking as a family, eating as a family, that's another thing because of people's hours and everything. I do understand that people are under a lot of pressure. But I also understand is a lot of times financially not good. So if you can look at a meal that maybe we've done and it will grow and inspire you to look at that you can do food. Ray, you can do food. We're all capable of doing a nutritionally healthy meal. And not always nutritionally healthy, but something we enjoy. And you will begin to respect that food. So I won't go on. Like I say, just thought I'd show you while I was doing my healthy dog food treats, what I do, and even for the dogs, doing healthy treats or snacks, and also instead of £5 for a bag of snacks, which I do get occasionally, the ones, although I don't like rawhide juice, very dangerous for dogs. And nutritionally, good for the stomach, good for my dog who has ear problems. Just frozen yogurt with a little bit of fruit. Make sure it's fruit that dogs can eat. Banana's good. I won't go into that. If you want to know, I'll look through that for you. But it's healthy for the dogs, good for the stomach. So we will be doing. I've still got one more to do, but put on. I'm just waiting to get it downloaded. Of us doing blueberry muffins, which was good with the Raya. And then next week we're going to do, I think I'm doing macaroni cheese with cauliflower or something like that, and something else that goes with it, and may do a sweet dish. We'll see how time runs. But we'll love you and leave you. Bye. Oh, I keep forgetting it's not touched.